church and politics don't always go very well together. At Trinity on the Green, we are a bipartisan community with people from both parties in the pews, and so we always walk a very compassionate line in trying to understand the others, and that's not always easy in the politically tumultuous time that we went through in the last 4 years. It has been difficult for people. So some members at Trinity felt like, okay, can we not talk about our experience? And um, the house church, led by Bob Sandine, engaged in the question on how can we talk about politics without this becoming very divisive. And so I was invited to come and talk and lead a session of empathic listening. And it was extremely interesting. And I want to congratulate all the participants of the house church. And by this way, by the through the e-news message, I somehow want to promote this also for our everyone, because it was a very successful conversation where we talked about politics, but not about the principles, not about the topics, not about all the arguments that so easily can be divisive, but we listened to each other on the level of emotions, on how it feels. And so one person was invited to talk about, to pick a topic and to talk about how he or she feels about this topic. For example, one topic that came up was healthcare. And so the other person was someone from the other party who didn't necessarily promote universal healthcare. And so I will not reveal the outcome because I want to um, respect the confidentiality. But by sharing how people felt about the topic, and it took some effort to descend from all the principles that sometimes are very much upheld in our cognitive level in our brain, to come to the level of the heart or the emotions and express how we actually feel about it. All of the sudden it became um, clear that we feel more close, more closer to each other than we have imagined. And there was, even though there might be still some principal differences, it was really very healing to experience how um, the other is feeling, and how the experience of being in America during this political time can be really hard and tough. And so there was a sympathy, even though there was still difference in principle, there was a sympathy that grew during that time of conversation. And I'm happy to continue to promote this empathic listening. It is very powerful. It really helps people to bridge. It helps people to feel heard. It helps people to open up, and it establishes connection where otherwise there doesn't seem to be an option for being connected. So I want to promote not only house church, coming together in groups at the church amongst each other or at people's homes. It is very important to come together like that, but it's also very, very healing, and it's a powerful instrument of reconciliation to listen to each other with empathy and to voice how we feel, how we experience what is happening politically in our country. So I join you in prayer for the well being of our country and for the strength of our community. Thanks so much to everyone at the house church to engage in this exercise. It was really very exciting. God bless.